Hello Rising Stars, welcome back. Today we will learn the indoor sports. Indoor sports or games that are played inside a building are called indoor games or indoor sports. Board games are also usually played indoors. Let us see one by one. Look at the first sport. Here, two children are playing. This game is called as a kudo. The spelling of kudo is Kudo. Kudo. Kudo is a Japanese hybrid martial art. It is a full contact combat sport that aims to achieve both safety and practicality, a style of mixed martial art practiced with headgear and gloves. It features stand up striking with throwing and grappling techniques being also allowed in the competition, including restraint, locks, and chokeholds. Look at this second picture. This second picture is of gymnastic. The spelling of gymnastic is Gymnastics. Gymnastic. Gymnastics is the performance of systematic exercise, often with the use of rings, bars, and other apparatus, either as a competitive sport or to improve strength, agility, coordination, and physical conditioning. Let us look at the next sport. This sport is called as the boxing. Boxing is a combat sport in which two people, usually wearing protective gloves and other protective equipment such as hand wraps and mouth guards, throw punches at each other for a predetermined amount of time in a boxing ring. Look at this picture. This game is called as the bowling. The spelling of bowling is Bowling. Bowling. Bowling is a target sport and recreational activity in which a player rolls a ball towards pins. The term bowling usually refers to pin bowling, though in the United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries, bowling could also refer to target bowling, such as lawn bowls. Look at this picture. This sport is called as bodybuilding. The spelling of bodybuilding is building. Bodybuilding is also an indoor game. Bodybuilding is the use of progressive resistance exercise to control and develop one's muscles by muscles hypertrophy for aesthetic purposes. It is a distinct from similar activities such as powerlifting because it focuses on the physical appearance instead of strength. An individual who engage in this activity is referred to as a bodybuilder. In the professional bodybuilding, competitors appear in a lineups and perform specified poses for the panel of judges who rank them based on the symmetry, muscularity, size, conditioning, posing, and stage presentation. This sport is called as a wrestling. The spelling of wrestling is wrestling. Pro wrestling is a form of entertainment and performing art which combines athletics with performance. Now look at this sport. This sport is called as taekwondo. The spelling of taekwondo is Taekwondo. Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a Korean art of unarmed combat that is based on earlier form of Korean self-defense known as the Taekwon and on karate. Now look at this sport. This sport is called as fencing. The spelling of fencing is fencing. Fencing is a group of three related combat sports. The three disciplines in modern fencing are the foil, the ipi, and the sabri. Winning points are made through the weapon's contact with an opponent. The fourth discipline, single stick, appeared in the 1904 Olympics but was dropped after that and is not a part of modern fencing. Fencing is one of the first sports to be played in Olympics. Look at this picture. This game is called as a bowling. The spelling of bowling is bowling. Bowling is a target sport and recreational activity in which player rolls a ball towards pin. The term bowling usually refers to pin bowling, though in the United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries, bowling could also refer to target bowling, such as lawn bowls. Now look at this picture. This sport is called as badminton. The spelling of badminton is badminton. Badminton is a racket sport played using the racket to hit a shuttlecock across the net. Although it may be played with large teams, the most common forms of game are singles and doubles. Badminton is often played as a casual outdoor activity in a yard or on a beach. Formal games are played on the rectangular indoor court. Points are scored by striking the shuttlecock with the racket and landing it with the opposing side half of the court. Look at this sport. This sport is called as chess. CHESS chess. Chess is an indoor game. Chess is a board game played between two players. It is sometimes called Western chess or international chess. The current form of the game emerged in the southern Europe during the second half of the 15th century after evolving from the similar much older game of Indian origin. Today chess is the one of the world's most popular games played by millions of people worldwide. Look at this game. This game is called as squash. The spelling of squash is Squash. Squash. Squash is a racket and ball sport played by two players in a four-walled court with a small hollow rubber ball. The player alternate in striking the ball with their rackets onto the playable surface of the four walls of the court. The objective of the game is to hit the ball in such a way that the opponent is not able to play a valid return. Look at this sport. This sport is called as ice hockey. The spelling of hockey is Hockey. Hockey is the term to be used to denote various types of both summer and winter team sports, such as oriented on either an outdoor field, shield of ice, or dry floor, such as gymnasium. There are many types of hockey. Some games make the use of skates, either wheeled or bladed, while others do not. In order to help make the distinction between these various games, the word hockey is often preceded by another word, that is, field hockey, ice hockey, roller hockey, rink hockey, or floor hockey. Look at this sport. This sport is called as curling. The spelling of curling is Curling. Curling. Curling is a sport in which players slide stones on a sheet of ice toward a target area, which is segmented into four concentric circles. It is related to balls, bowls, and shuffleboard. Two teams, each with four players, take turns sliding heavy polished granite rock, also called as stones, across the ice curling sheet toward the house, a circular target marked on the ice. Each team has 8 stones, with each player throwing 2. The purpose is to accumulate the highest score for a game. Points are scored for the stones wrestling closest to the circle of the house at the conclusion of each end, which is completed when both teams have thrown all of their stones. The game usually consists of 8 or 10 ends. Look at this picture. This game is called as billiards. The spelling of billard is Billiards. Billiards. Cue sports, also known as billiard sport, are a wide variety of games of skill generally played with the cue stick, which is used to strike billiard balls and thereby cause them to move around the cloth covered billiard table bounded by elastic bumpers known as cushions. Look at this picture. This sport is called as volleyball. The volleyball spelling is VOLLEY, volley, BALL, ball, volleyball. Volleyball is a game played by two teams, usually of 6 players on a side, in which the players use their hands to bat a ball back and forth over a hanging net, trying to make the ball touch the court within the opponent playing area before it can be returned. To prevent this, a player on the opposing team bats the ball up and towards the teammate before it touches the court surface. That teammate may then volley it back across the net or bat it to the third teammate who volleys across the net. A team is allowed only 3 touches of the ball before it must be returned over the net. Now look at this picture. This sport is called as basketball. The spelling of basketball is BASKET basket, BALL ball. Basketball. Basketball is an indoor sport. Basketball game played between two teams of 5 players, each on a rectangular court, usually indoors. Each team tries to score by tossing a ball through the opponent goal, an elevated historical hoop and net called as a basket. Basketball game played between two teams. Look at this picture. This sport is called as table tennis. The spelling of table tennis is table, TENNIS, tennis, table tennis. Table tennis is also called ping pong ball game, similar in principle to lawn tennis and played on a flat table divided into two equal courts by a net fixed across its width in the middle. The objective is to hit the ball so that it goes over the net and bounce on the opposite half of the table in such a way that the opponent cannot reach it or return it correctly. The lightweight hollow ball is propelled back and forth across the net by smaller rackets held by the players. The game is popular all over the world. In most countries, it is very highly organized as a competitive sport, especially in Europe and Asia, particularly in China and Japan. Look at this picture. This sport is called as handball. The spelling of handball is H-A-N-D, hand, B-A-L-L, ball, handball. Handball, any of the family of games played in a wall court or against a single wall, with a smaller rubber ball that is stuck with the hand or fist against the wall. The object is to cause the ball to rebound with the variations of power or speed and at such an angle that the opposition cannot return it. There are three versions of handball: 4 ball, 3 ball, and 1 ball. Each may be played by two singles or four doubles.